Hi, I'm Sarah and you are watching Can Sarah DIY It. I try and do things that maybe normally I would hire somebody to do or pay somebody to do, and I want to see if I can do it myself. So this is the channel for you to see if I can actually do the things that I set out to do, because I'm not an artist, I'm a maker. Okay, I'm a DIYer. I searched on YouTube for videos, and none of the videos really showed how you plan out the wall before you get started. And so this video one of my breakfast nook, I'm gonna do the wall mural, and I'm gonna show you how I'm planning it out, because I think that your average person would look at a wall and not know where to start. So yeah, we're gonna have fun. Today, I'm gonna tackle the wall behind us. The first thing to do is I need to take everything off this wall and get it, I'm gonna wipe it down, patch any holes, sand anything, and I want to paint a mountain mural, yes. Whether you're an experienced painter or a beginner, this step-by-step tutorial will help you achieve fantastic results. So let's dive right in. Before we start, let's go over the materials you'll need for this project. You need a wall, prepped with a base coat if necessary, paints in different mountain colors or in hues that you're wanting to use, paintbrushes, different sizes and shapes, a palette, or I used cups for mixing colors, water and paper towels for cleaning your brushes, and then also reference images for the style that you want to do on your wall. If you have a reference image, that's fantastic, or you can always draw something out on a piece of paper and use that to lightly sketch the outline of your mountain range onto the wall, or you can also do this on a canvas. You can use reference images to help with the shape and positioning of the mountains, but remember, mountains come in all shapes and sizes, so feel free to get creative. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see. By zoom in, I mean I'm gonna carry the camera over here so you can see the lines that I've marked out, and I also have put numbers to indicate which color I'm painting in each section. It's handy. It's very professional Zoom service. Now that I have everything planned out, I started painting with the lightest color at the top, and then I moved on to the very bottom color, which was my darkest color. I'm doing this in a palette of a grayish, has a little bit of green maybe to it, but it's a very like earthy gray tonal vibe. But you can do this in realistic colors. You can do this in blue tones. This look really lends itself to any color palette. I'm happy to be your friendly neighborhood guinea pig and try things out and see what the best option is. I initially swatched out all the colors that I wanted to use. I had all these samples from a friend, and it's just latex wall paint, Benjamin Moore, and I ended up shifting. So I painted the entire thing, as you're gonna see here, and when I stepped back from it, I wasn't super thrilled with some of the sections. I felt like I needed to add some things and I needed to change some colors. And you know what? I did that. It's not a big deal. Just remember, if you start a project like this, if you don't like something, you can just go back over it and change it. You can even paint the whole wall white. It doesn't matter, okay? This is your creative freedom, and you don't need to have any rules. However, if you were going to have some rules, what I would recommend is starting with darker colors at the bottom and moving into lighter colors as you go up. You also want to start with larger mountains at the bottom and smaller as you go up to create depth of field. Be prepared to pivot. As I was painting the different sections, I was not thrilled with my colors. So I started to rethink things and blend some colors together to make things feel the way I pictured in my head.
No makeup. Okay, so I have been painting more and the colors are just not working the way I want them to. So what I did is I blended this color and this color together, and I'm gonna do sort of a layer here, covering up some of the darkest color to try and get it to look a little bit better. Right now I'm just like not loving the contrast between everything, so hopefully this works. And I might mix a couple more, like the second and third color, like this, and then the one above it to give it another section there. We'll see.
For any of you fiber folks out there that might be interested, I have a new YouTube channel, SJO Creative, and a website, sjocreative.com, where I explore knitting, crocheting, spinning, using my knitting machine, all kinds of fun things. So please check that out if you wish.
So I think I have finally finished adjusting colors and creating the shapes I want, things like that. So now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna create a few stencils using my Cricut or my Silhouette, and I am going to add some like foliage. We'll see how it goes, but I'm like really happy. I ended up like painting it at least 2 times, changing colors around, and what ended up happening is instead of just using the colors that I had, I ended up blending a lot of colors to create the next shade that I wanted. And I think that is like the best way to do it. So my recommendation would be to find 2, 3, or 4 paint colors that you want to use and blend them together to create where it appears to be like dark to light or an ombre type feeling. I am really happy with how this turned out, and I can't wait to add the details.
To create these stencils, I simply took some Google images that I found and traced them and then cut them on my Silhouette. You can find images of a tree line, etc. You can also cut them out of paper by hand to use as a stencil. And I did use all of these stencils. However, I did also end up going in and painting some by hand because I just couldn't get exactly the look I was trying to get with just the stencils. I did reuse the stencils and just kind of like sponged it on with these little daubers. And then I went back in after that had dried and I could see what everything looked like and added where I felt like I needed to add. I only added the tree lines to 3 of the colors, and you could also just do the first color as well. But I wanted to try and give this piece some dimension, as I've mentioned. And so I did smaller trees on the 3rd color, medium trees on the 2nd color, and then on the 1st color, which is the darkest color, I did my largest trees. And I overlapped them in some areas, which ended up turning out really cute. Towards the end, I was just like flying through this thing, and I didn't label all of the cups which color they were. And so now the places where I tried to do like little fixes, I'm having to go back and fix when I use the wrong paint. So this I thought was the 5th color, but it's actually the 6th color. And this I thought was the 6th color, and it's actually the 7th color. So really amazing stuff, but it's something that can happen. So maybe be smarter and label your paint if you're mixing colors like I did. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
No.
I don't want too much paint on the sponge because then it might like bleed, and I really don't want to get any outside the stencil. Okay, not too much paint, please. Scared I'm gonna get it outside the stencil. Oh, I did a little bit, but I can touch that. Okay. Ready? I'm gonna touch up so they're not so bumpity bump. Does it look good, do you think? Oh, thanks, honey. Okay. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful with my mistakes and things that I went back in to fix. I really enjoyed doing this, and you can tell from the video that I did it over a couple of weeks because you can see my different jammies, aka clothes. I wear jammies all the time. Come on, I'm a mom. Anyway, yeah, I'm just really grateful that you watched the video, and if you are interested in more videos from me and or like what you saw, please subscribe, and you can also hit that like button. Put a comment in the comments below to let me know if there's other things you'd like me to try, because I am just having so much fun trying different things I've never done before and seeing if I'm able to do it. And I feel like after doing this for over 2 years now, I feel very empowered. I feel very much more confident in my abilities, and I would love for you to have those same types of feelings by pushing yourself outside your comfort zone and trying new things. It's really been a fantastic transition for me, and I would love for you to have the same thing. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. Goodbye. Now that one of the kittens got into paint, you can really see it. Oh, here's another one. My guess is that it's just on one of her feet, and I'm thinking that spilled paint is what she stepped in. It's so great to be organized.